Let me turn this TV down. Go ahead.
All right, fellas, this is the Corner Store Podcast, episode 22. My name is Rob, and we got Phil and E. How y'all doing, brothers?
What's up, baby? How you feeling, man?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I can't believe that y'all have even heard about this Twerkgate that happened in Dallas. It was a big controversy in Black Twitter, Black YouTube, Black media in general. So I basically, let me give you the backstory. There's this restaurant owner. He's actually a lawyer, and he opened up somewhat of an upscale restaurant in downtown Dallas called True Kitchen and Cocktails. Okay. So basically, it was these ladies that was twerking because of the song that came on, put that ass in a circle or some shit like that.
Throw that ass in a circle,
yeah, throw that ass in a circle, right. So basically, he went up to the table 3 times to tell them not to twerk. And like the 3rd time, that's when his public service announcement kind of went viral, in which he was kind of like, cursing and shit. So, but let me show this video so y'all can kind of see it. And I'm gonna show y'all the little interview that he did with TMZ. And I thought Harvey Levin kind of like was trying to bait him, but he pretty much kind of stayed on code and kind of stuck to his guns, which was pretty good because you can't show backbone as a black man, and it's got an accuracy. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please! Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to crime, take it to pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I'm on men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
You had music playing in there. There was a festive atmosphere. What is the, it seems like you have a particular problem with twerking. At least that's the way I read it. Tell us about that.
Well, let me explain. First of all, I don't have a particular problem with twerking. At our restaurant, you're always going to hear music because we want to make sure that it's a constant positive vibe for our guests. One of the things that we don't want, though, is we don't want guests standing up in their seats, grabbing glass and twerking on glass. For those who like twerking, we don't have a problem with it. There's lots of nightclubs people do it at. They do it in their home. But at our restaurant, we want to be mindful of that. Our restaurant is one where my mother eats at, my grandmother eats there, my sons work there, and we want to make sure we keep a good environment. And so I'm not here to make any indictment on people who twerk because it gives people a good time, but that's just not something that I can have in my restaurant. One of the most undervalued people in this world, or probably the most undervalued, is black women. And I'm very mindful of how they look and how they appear. And we have so many classy and nice black women that come to this restaurant that define what True Kitchen and Cocktails is. And the actions of the women standing on the sofa and pushing on the glass, twerking, is not that. And so when we talk about advancing the culture, I'm mindful of how we all look as people. And that's why I apologize for using the F word, but that's also why I'm very, very steadfast in making sure that our guests carry themselves in the right way at this restaurant.
But it does then sound like your issue is with twerking. And it's not that it somehow doesn't paint a proper picture the way you see it. And that doesn't seem to distinguish nightclubs versus your restaurant. It sounds like you don't think twerking is the proper way of presenting the culture. I mean, that's what I'm hearing.
Kevin, the word you used was classy.
I'm not saying it's not the proper way to present the culture when you're dancing and having a good time at a club, but I am saying it's an improper way to present our culture in my restaurant.
Facts. Where's the argument?
Hold on 1 second.
I do think Harvey was trying to bait him, though. I think you mentioned that. Yeah.
He was trying to egg him the fuck on.
Yeah. He trying to culture appropriate, trying to say, it's black.
But he trying to say like that's black people thing, not twerking. But let me say this right quick. Let me just speak off the top, y'all. I was watching a little show on HBO. I can't think of the name of it with Mahershala now. And
True Detective?
Felicia. No, it was it just came out. Now it's on the score and everything. It's about just black voices of people that passed away.
Oh, okay.
Breonna Taylor and all them, man. They was just using stars speaking for those people. I looked at Felicia Rashad. She had spoke on one of the stories. Felicia Rashad is a very attractive lady, not even at her old age now. But when we was coming up, like with the Cosby Show and shit like that,
She's classy.
She was so classy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I'm speaking on fellas type shit. You could tell she was a freak, but she didn't have to twerk and throw her ass in a circle for you to understand that. Like a real classy woman can show you. She can give you a hint that she got some freak in her without doing all that. And I'm not saying, but you gotta understand, guys, we're older. When I was younger, hell yeah, I probably wanted a girl to twerk. But when I also, like I said, when I was younger too, I could tell the difference between a classy woman and just some chick that, that's just out there doing her thing. And I'm not knocking that. Like he said, I mean, in a club, I don't want her to be classy. Or, I want her to kick it, enjoy, get let loose. But it's just certain ways, like he said, this is just the place for eating. We get the music, whatever, but it's a place that you go. Like I don't have no problem with what he said. I don't like the way he said it in the restaurant in front of all them other people, but I don't have no problem at all with like how he feel about his restaurant.
Mm-hmm. You got anything, Phil?
Bitches gonna be bitches. Nah, yeah, I mean, he 100% right, and I think dude right 100% too. I mean, it's his restaurant. He sets the bar as to what he expects people to do and behave in his restaurant. There's thousands of restaurants across the country do the same thing. Hell, a lot of them don't even want black people in there because of the look that they want to have. So
exactly.
When it comes to trying to set a precedence about what to expect when you come in your restaurant, like he said, his grandma coming in. You know what I'm saying? Aunties, people, people that you want to make sure feel comfortable and have a high level are feeling respected. So you got some female, who knows what her true nature is, but you twerking like that's not appropriate for a restaurant. I don't want to see your ass shaking and I'm eating souffle at my table. Like, go on with that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a place and a time for that, and it's not in a restaurant with people eating. Now, granted, you playing music, but if it ain't no dance floor, what are you dancing for?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's simple respect for yourself and the people around you. Doing the right things at the right time. You don't go in a car dealership and start twerking because you got a new car. I worked at this one gig, man, and this is no lie. I worked at this job, and it was like an orientation period where it was probably like 50, 60 people in a room, and everybody's going around introducing themselves, you know what I'm saying, and saying things that other people might not know about. Your typical rigmarole when it comes to that type of situation. So this girl in the meeting felt it was appropriate to get up on the table and start twerking and saying this is what she's known for. Yeah, that happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's a matter of respect for yourself. Twerking don't mean that you're disrespectful to yourself, but when you get up and do it in front of a bunch of people who are there for a specific purpose, be it eating, being coming to learn and engage with their coworkers, and in that type of situation, you got to know that that's the stupidest thing that you could do. You know what I'm saying? And of course, she was terminated immediately because that's inappropriate. But just within that, this understanding what's inappropriate behavior. It's not dissing twerking. It's dissing, people who don't understand what being inappropriate is, and people just got to do better, man.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, today we can't even publicly shame people who just doing dumb shit no more.
Facts.
And
I drink to that, G. I drink to that.
As far as the videos I've seen of like the tables that was involved, I mean, these were like older women, like mid 30s to like possibly early 40s. So these were women who should have home training. And the fact
who
that
should know better. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, it just is constant need of like people, they have to be seen whenever a dance song comes on. It's like they can't control themselves. Yeah. I mean, this guy, he opened up a restaurant literally trying to survive during the pandemic. I mean, it's a good thing that, you know, since this thing came out, his business actually has done very well. But at the same time, I mean, he has to kind of listen to the backlash of people constantly trying to cancel him. Like people like D.L. Hughley kind of came out caping for the black woman. I mean, at one point, Ricky Smiley, he was kind of on the fence, but he kind of understood what the man was coming from. But I just don't like these male feminist soy boys, you know, trying to come out trying to cancel this man.
I didn't even know it had gone to that far. So they're actually trying to cancel this dude because of what he said, how he said it, or because they seem to think that he has an issue with twerking. Like, what's the problem?
As far as they say that he cursed the women out, he really didn't curse them out. He just happened to curse on his rant when he was like addressing like the whole restaurant, because if you let these people get away with twerking at this table,
right?
Maybe like another table will like start twerking whenever back that ass up comes on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it becomes contagious. You know, people see one person get away with something, they think either they can get away with it or that's how people typically behave in the environment. And so people who, you know, not familiar with the space, they come in and think, oh, they twerking, so this is cracking like this. This ain't a restaurant, this a club. Then all of a sudden you got to worry about all of that type of shit.
Right. That's the whole point. It's a fucking restaurant, and y'all up here twerking and shit. Like you said, nigga, it's a place for that, but it ain't gonna be here in my restaurant. And it's like you said, Mr. People. I hate that the guys be like, it's okay to defend the women when the women in the right, but it's shorty in the wrong. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's like, calm the fuck down. Like Phil say, I'm eating over here, y'all over here twerking and shit. And the first thing we know is gonna be some guys like, damn, look at her, look at them. But like you said, you got all these people coming in here. It might have been a Sunday or whatnot. You know, people in there from church. Nobody want to see that shit, dude.
Right. Yeah.
Like for real,
for real. Don't nobody want to see that shit.
And like, get this, like to me, the way I kind of see them from the outside, I mean, if they were with competent men, do you think that they would be twerking like that? These are likely, you know what I'm saying, you know, thoughts that's on a cock carousel. They got men running through their lives, you know, in and out. So, I mean, they're likely not married. They probably got a whole bunch of kids. So yeah. Yes, of course. They got that matriarchal type of mindset.
Here we go. I knew that was coming. I ain't gonna jump to the conclusions and make all of the assumptions about those people. But
they meet the profile. They meet the profile.
I mean, they set the profile. Yeah, right. I mean, they set you to think about those types of assumptions about them. But the bottom line is, it was stupid. Why are you doing this stupid shit? Like, you don't know no better. And not to answer your question, if a guy's sitting there and he's allowing this to happen, I would feel embarrassed. Like, I wouldn't even want to be with this. Like, why are you doing this shit?
No, she ain't gonna do it. No, I'm with Mister on the point where she not gonna do it if she with a guy and they in the restaurant.
No, right.
Because the dude gonna be like, sit the fuck down. What you doing?
And then he gonna get canceled for trying to tell what she can't.
Exactly. But dude, my whole point is,
I'm not talking about. I mean, I'm not talking about as far as like men in their presence. I'm just talking about, let's just say, you know what I'm saying, like our wives going out for like a girls' night. If they're at a restaurant and they hear some twerking music, our women are not gonna twerk. They're not gonna do that shit.
No.
Because they were competent men at home. But my whole thing is, if you're likely meeting that profile and which you really don't have a competent man in your life, you're likely going to do that.
I mean, I don't even think it's limited to just having a competent man. It's just having a understanding of what's appropriate and what's inappropriate. And the line has been damn near erased across this nation because of some of the things you already mentioned.
I give you that.
Saying
I give you that, Phil.
You can't like you just said, Rob, you know, you can't address a lot of these issues no more because people are afraid to say what's on their mind. Like in his case, yeah, he cursed. He might have used a couple curse words, but in that particular situation, where this is my restaurant, yeah, he was heated.
But I still think he went a little overboard. With the rant.
But I mean, he did take the time to address everybody. He addressed everybody. You know what I'm saying?
He addressed everybody, but I mean, hey, look, y'all can't do that shit here. Mm-hmm. That's all. But you get the fuck out type shit. You don't have to get
the fuck out. Now get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Pick a side. That's basically what I'm saying.
Right.
Pick a fucking side. Either you on the right side or you the wrong side. You know what I'm saying? Make a decision right now or get the fuck out. It's just that simple. And I'm sure there's a lot of people in that room who probably felt the same way But soon as this hit the
I'm pretty
media,
sure.
they little
Yeah.
feelings start switching. You know what I'm saying? They start switching how they felt about it because people in the media got a hold of it and turned it into something else. But yeah, man, that's
They tried to make it. They like you said, folks on TMZ. They tried to make it seem like
He was
we
about
discriminate women and shit
Right.
like that. She can't be herself. She a black queen. Yeah, but dude, queens don't act like that, folks.
Queen. Exactly.
So we supposed to accept that type of behavior in church for those people who go
Right.
to church? Is it okay for the minister to get up there and start popping and you know what I'm saying?
No.
It's not appropriate.
Now,
There's some churches, some churches they do it out here.
They do
Yeah,
it.
I hear they do that shit, man.
now, like Harvey Levin, he has a Jewish background. I mean, is he gonna allow his women to do that? Now,
Hell
why is he trying to chastise this man for, like, you know what I'm saying, like being like against twerking per se? I mean, he tried to, bait and switch the whole point. He wasn't against twerking, he was against twerking in his goddamn restaurant. And also she was sitting on his furniture as far as like standing on the couch and leaning against the glass. I mean, and plus, don't forget, he's a personal injury lawyer. So
yeah.
That's like another layer, like as far as to the story, as far as like him thinking about litigation, because if she was a fault of that glass, then it's a lawsuit right there. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and on that note, I mean, in most restaurants, in that situation, you standing up on the furniture, that's immediate reason for them to eject your ass out of there without an explanation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You standing on my furniture in my house, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like this is common sense behavioral dysfunction to me.
They did that fuck your couch nigga type of mentality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If the media is out here trying to cancel, you know what I'm saying, this dude for his actions, then the media on some bullshit.
I mean,
Media been
up to
on
this
bullshit.
point, right?
Yeah,
up to this point, I mean, his restaurant is thriving, and I actually went on Yelp just to kind of look up some reviews and look up the menu, and that motherfucking menu is on fire.
Yeah,
it is.
If I ever catch myself in Dallas, man, I'm definitely stopping by that restaurant because that shit looks good. So
salute to him,
but
man.
shout out to the restaurant still, man. You know what I'm saying?
True kitchens and cocktails. So if y'all make your way to Dallas, make sure y'all stop by there. So all right, so what? I want to ask you about your girl, Sarah Fuller. How your girl doing?
Sarah Fuller.
The Vanderbilt kicker.
Oh, the female that's playing football for the men's team. How is she doing?
What she do yesterday?
They didn't play yesterday. The game was canceled.
Okay, and the week before, the team didn't score a fucking point, so she didn't score. She didn't get out there to kick a field goal neither.
Right.
Then they fired Derek Mason.
Right. And she only kicked the ball once. She literally like squib kicked it, shanked it, only 30 yards. And, they was able to get good field position. So, I mean, she really didn't do anything. And they gave her SEC player of the week or some shit.
They gave her that because she's breaking down doorway. She opening the door for everything. Dude.
I mean, I get it.
Somebody gonna go for a block and they gonna hit her ass.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
and when it happened, let's just see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying some shit. I'm not saying women can't do shit, man. I'm not saying that either. To coach. I love to see them coaching in the NFL. I love seeing women everywhere on basketball court when it comes to sports.
You want a head coach?
But on the football,
you want a head coach?
I wouldn't mind a head coach. I wouldn't mind a chick being a head coach.
They gonna
I play for Don. I play for Cynthia Cooper. I'll play for Don Stanley. I'll play for them, G. Because they know what the fuck they doing. They really do. I mean, at least they know the X's and O's of the game. They do, and I know they do.
I mean, I don't mind them coaching, but they should be coaching WNBA. I mean, you got players like Patrick Ewing who came to get an NBA job.
So you saying a man can coach a female team, but a female can't coach a man's team? That's
I think a female can coach a man.
I'm sorry, Rob.
I'm saying
men. Let me get my
I'm saying men should be coaching WNBA teams. I think women should be coaching. No, they shouldn't be.
Okay, all right.
They shouldn't be.
So you're not sexist in the sense. Well, that's still sexist, but you're gonna get canceled for that. So is the corner that hit her ass off of the field goal kick? Is he gonna get canceled?
You know what? This is what I wanted to happen, right? I wanted her to kick the ball off, and then the return guy, he literally is on his way into running the back for a touchdown, and the only person that's in his way is Sarah Fuller. I wanted him to either truck her or give her one of them Derrick Henry stiff arms.
Okay.
Just to kind of see how the media was going to react to it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen at some point.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
you can't assume that she's not prepared for that though.
I mean,
she's practicing with a football team. They practice defense. They practice offense. So
they're not going hard like that though.
You would assume that's an assumption. She a big. You seen her? She not no little girl. She big as some of them dudes out there.
I mean, she thick, but I don't want to call her like big, like muscular big. She's thick.
She's big as a kicker would probably be in most situations, in a lot of situations.
I mean, she a cute girl. I mean,
Man,
if I was her parent,
no, she a cute girl.
I would tell her like, hey, I mean, you shouldn't be playing football. You could be seriously hurt. I mean, it could possibly like affect your like ability to have kids later in life.
That's so sexist.
You should be playing no football. So
that is so sexist.
No one can cast me because for one, I have 2 daughters. So
you still being sexist. Having 2 daughters has absolutely zero to do with the fact that you being sexist right now, Rob. You may not like it, but the fact is she's in the game. If she get hit, that's a consequence she has to deal with. You can't take that away from her when she practices hard and she obviously proved herself to be better than anybody else who signed up for the job.
She didn't prove anything because it was all a stunt.
So
she didn't prove nothing.
So you think that she got this role as a kicker without being challenged by any other person in an entire school for the kicker role?
They just literally just brought her on because that school, they actually won, I believe, like a national championship in soccer. And I guess she's one of the better soccer players on the team. So
she's probably a better kicker than anybody else in the school who signed up for the role to try to get it.
She's not better than a punter who was actually active on the roster, but they just wanted to bring on a girl just for some ratings because they were on 7, man. And when they lost to Missouri, I mean, for one, they got their asses, beaten so bad. She only kicked the ball once where she shanked it. Only went 30 yards. They had no elevation. She gave the team good field position. So she didn't do anything. It was all a stunt. And that black coach, he got his ass canned with his jive turkey ass. His ass got fried by a black athletic director female. She fired his ass.
Hey, I mean,
they didn't score no points, mister.
They didn't score anything, right? So,
well, I mean, it's still early in the season. If she had an opportunity to prove herself capable or prove herself incapable, we'll see if it's truly a stunt or not. But I mean, I don't. Are you saying you take an issue with it because she's a woman, or because she's a bad kicker?
No, the fact that like she's getting all these awards and she didn't earn them.
Okay, now I can certify that. If it's other people that what I'm saying, that's in a row at that school or different schools who have done more, then it's just a tactic to get media drawn to the school, to high school, to college football, as well as the attention on that school. So
right,
and it's Vanderbilt. I mean,
right there, like the Harvard of Tennessee.
Right.
So,
it's a smart school.
Right, very smart school. So. Yeah. All right. So, anything else y'all want to bring up? Your topic, Phil?
Sports.
Yeah, man. I've been seeing a lot of things going on just in general where women are overstepping their boundaries, what I would consider boundaries in terms of their relationship with their man. And what I mean by that is, what type of image they present to other people when it comes to, their man and their man's masculinity. And I just want to kind of get y'all feedback as to, how would you all respond, for example, if, your wife put it out there that you're, to the world, that you're a sensitive man, or that, you might have some less than masculine tendencies or something. Like, to me, for example, people who spend too much time shopping, men who spend too much time shopping, to me, is a less than masculine trait. I just personally think that. Or men who spend too much time trying to be cute I should say, not necessarily fashion. But that's just my opinion.
Metrosexuals, right?
Metrosexuals. We'll say it that way. But yeah, how y'all feel about women who put their men out there like that, or say something to the effect of my guy, he's sensitive, he's soft, or something like that.
Well, I would say in my case, between me and my wife, I mean, for one, she thinks I'm a sexist and a misogynist. So
she's right, but yeah,
I pretty much kind of keep her on her toes because of my views. So I mean, she would never like say out in public how she thinks I'm soft or like sensitive or shops. So like I actually I hate going to the mall with her because I know that she's gonna window shop at every goddamn women's store there. So I would rather just go to the mall. I would tell her to like meet me at a certain location at like a certain time, and I could pretty much kind of do my own thing because I'm not going to be right behind her just going to every single store. So I could just go to 2 stores at like any mall and I'll be done. So
right.
But if
So
y'all have it,
so how would you feel if she told the world, basically use social media as a method to let everybody know that you were sexist and misogynist, if that's her opinion?
I mean, we would definitely have a conversation about it in private and kind of like reinstate my positions on certain things because for one, I mean, she knows where her bread is buttered. So as the patriarchy of the household, I mean, the buck stops with me. So I'm not gonna play that like public, shame your husband type of bullshit
right.
because I just don't roll like that right here. So
okay. E.
Speaking about, I don't know, my marriage, it wouldn't be like that. I mean, y'all know her. She wouldn't do that. But
she is meaner than a boogeyman, though.
Yeah. Hey, but even the boogeyman get his ass whooped. So anyway.
Shout out to the wife, man. Tell us that.
Shout out to the wife for sure. Nah, it ain't that. She just, she mean as hell, but she would never. First off, I'm gonna say this: she wouldn't even. Mika wouldn't deal with me if I was sensitive or not, like because most women do like a stronger guy, and like you say, like with the metrosexuals or something. Sometimes you might look at that and be like, he not manly enough for me. I understand that. I understand when somebody do that, but like you say, Phil, when it's like when you put it out there, I don't agree with that. Like I really wouldn't. I would have to, like you say, Miss, you have to put them to the side and like, why would you feel like that?
Right.
Even if it's the truth, I'll be like, you shouldn't. Don't post about it and don't put nothing about me out there like that because you know how women are. Mm-hmm. If I said something to you, put it out there like who's married or who got a girlfriend, and you can't deal with her because she a crazy bitch. Yep, I got a crazy bitch at home. She don't want her people to hear that shit.
Right.
Or and I ain't even finna go like crazy bitch because you say crazy bitch and think it's a joke, but you be like, my bitch bipolar. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She don't want her shit out there like that.
Right.
So why would you do it? So some stuff, you try to. I would say keep it in house, but I wouldn't like. That sensitive man stuff. If you feel like that, I would tell a woman to more or less leave. I'm being serious. If you feel like this sensitive guy can't protect you or whatever, you don't feel comfortable. Because if you're saying he's sensitive, there's something there that you don't feel comfortable with. To say that a man just like playful, or he ain't strong enough to take care of his family. Mm-hmm. And some people feel like that, and I don't like no woman for saying it. I like for real. If you feel like that, then maybe you should just get away from that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe you should get away from the dude because it's like apparently he's not doing something that make you feel complete. Because I don't think not one woman should be like, I got a broad for a nigga or I got a broad for a husband type shit. Ooh. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. If you feel like that, man, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Right. Maybe he needs to strengthen up and do some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I can honestly say on my behalf, and I mean, y'all know Source, she know, like, nigga, I can run this house. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I can protect this house. I can raise this family. you sometimes like you said, miss, with the matriarch and patriarch, you still gotta let, if that woman know that she can always depend on you and fall back on you, that's a situation you would love to be in. And you know, a woman would love to be in. And you know, I feel there's women out there, if they don't feel like that, man, J Down was something else. You know, you can't, at this age in our life, and I mean coming up in general, it's like, if you don't see that he's man enough for you, then bounce.
Right.
But don't. But I will say, but don't belittle him neither. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not in public. Bring that shit to his ass, niggas. You need to step up.
Right.
If the nigga don't step up, then bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why would you spend that type of time with somebody that you feel, you know what I'm saying, lacking in that area? Obviously, if it's something that you feel the need to point out and you don't like it, why are you addressing it with the world? Like for me personally, you know, me and my wife, you know, her particular when we got together, I noticed that she talks a lot. And I'm not saying from a social distance standpoint, but from the standpoint of not knowing when the best time to say something is, and when the best time to just leave, you know, be quiet about stuff. Like she'll be in a conversation, you know what I'm saying? For example, like at the grocery store, right? We at the grocery store, you put all your stuff in the car, you go up to the counter and you about to check out. She's the type that will get into a conversation with the cashier and you know what I'm saying, and start telling the cashier her business.
That's what old ladies do.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why would you do? Why do you feel like you want people to know your information like that? You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, I kind of painted the picture to her and examples of why it's not a good idea. And she doesn't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to social media, you know, a lot of times women have a tendency to want to post a lot of information about their life. She didn't do that either. You know what I'm saying? But there were times where she wanted to, or she may have put up a picture or image, and, you know, I see it and be like, you know what? Take that down. I don't want that up. It might have me in it, or whatever the reason I don't want it up. And, you know, she'll take it down respectfully. But at the same time, I'm explaining to her, you know, how this image is being presented to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And while my wife has never done anything that I would think, I definitely know she hasn't done or said anything that would demasculate me. But in a situation like that, you are putting information out there that makes you subject to your man leaving you. You know what I'm saying? To me, if you put me out there and say, you know, he's sensitive, or, you know, he a punk, or he cry too much, or some stupid shit like that, just as you putting that message out there to insult him, is somebody that's seeing that and saying, oh, she bogus. Let me holler at this dude. So you opening up the door for somebody to go around you to see what's really going on. And that may be your initial fear anyway. You know, you want to insult your man to make him look bad so nobody else will want him. So it's always some subtext that's being created by your actions when you put information like that out on the internet.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't mean to cut you off that quick, but that also tell the niggas that maybe she needs something different if she feeling like this nigga ain't the one for her.
Yeah, I get that's
because I mean you're saying maybe that I'm happy, but things could be better. And y'all, come on, let me say this. I'm gonna say this. I'll say this shit a lot to the wife. Like, you're, no matter who you marry, you're always more compatible with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know this. I mean, it's just how the world is. But like people say, but when you find your soulmate, maybe it's a little different. Man, this girl, we could be doing anything and repeat the same shit, or say the same, be thinking the same shit, and that really attracts me to her to this day, 10 years later. But you know, it's like sometimes people don't have that vibe, and you know, I'll tell anybody, male or female, niggas at work, women at work, you know, marriage ain't gonna be perfect at all. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you are, because like I said, you're always more compatible with somebody else probably. But if you're not happy, if you know technically that you ain't happy, that you gotta be like, damn, I'm not feeling this shit, but I gotta put the front on, just leave. Because it's like, you might be, there's still people out here that you could be with.
Right. Yeah.
Some people don't need to be with nobody. Now, some, I will say, I know people that I don't think they need to be in a relationship to be content. But there's some people, if you feel like you need to be in a relationship or you feel like you want to be married or something like that, it's people out here that will fit the bill.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just tagging along with somebody that you feel like this shit ain't gonna work in 5 years.
Right. For me, this kind of
know?
goes back to the conversation with the Dallas restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Knowing when and where things are appropriate and inappropriate. No matter how you feel about your husband, if you or your boyfriend or whoever it is you're in a relationship, it's not everybody else's business. You know, if you got an issue with somebody you really care about and you want to see that issue resolved, the best way to do it is not to tell everybody else, it's to tell that person. You know what I'm saying? That's a direct thing that you need to address. And if those things can't get worked out, then like you say, it's somebody out here better for you, that's more compatible for you. If you want to take the risk and take the time to go out there and look for them, then by all means do that. But don't put somebody else out there where now they feel like they need to defend themselves, not only to the social media, but to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So the situation that's at hand.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You could take that. You could take me. I could take you telling me, and I got to work on me for you.
Right.
I can't do it when the whole world know you feel like this, and I got to prove to them and to you that I'm that person. You know what I'm saying? And I could be a better nigga. Nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because you ain't gonna draw me into social media. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's just like, you know, a lot of people get drawn into social media about what other people say. Somebody insults you, you feel the need that you need to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it's a big hectic fiasco surrounding some minuscule issue that don't even have nothing to do, that not even necessarily has any truth to it. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to draw me into social media because you feel like, you know, this is a place for you to put out your personal business. It's not. Because when that shit show up at your doorstep, you know, you gonna feel offended by it. If a woman all of a sudden show up at your doorstep and say, hey, you know, where's you know such and such at? You know, I heard he was a sensitive man. I love sensitive men. What are you gonna do with that?
That's true too.
No,
because there's always somebody out there that's more compatible. Like somebody, you just said.
Right. Somebody won't Ralph Tresvant, goddamn it. Somebody exactly. Want his ass. Some bitches want him like on low key. Hey, they do.
Yeah, man. Hey, I mean, trust me, I know about social media beast, man, because I was actually in one earlier this year in which, I mean, it was literally out of my character, but I felt that something was brought upon social media and I pretty much had to drop to their level in order to kind of expose some things. So, but but usually I'm pretty much like an even kill guy and everything that could have been resolved behind a phone call instead of, all out in the public. So.
Yeah, you dropped a little ether that day, nigga.
Oh man, I was.
Hey, he wasn't the only one. I jumped in that fight too.
You jumped dead in. You jumped dead in that shit.
Hold on.
Like, damn, Nas and kissing these niggas, getting at them niggas like, nigga, y'all don't want this real shit, dude.
Right.
Real talk.
Yeah, but I mean, people get way too caught up in inviting social media into their lives. They feel like they got points to prove. They want everybody to know how well they doing or how difficult their times is. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it works out for them, but sometimes it don't. You know, that's just like you going on a big vacation and you tell everybody from social media, hey, I'm going out of the country. You basically opening the door for people to run up in your house.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Dumbass.
Hey, I know you.
I don't get that shit. I don't get that shit with the Facebook shit, y'all. Like, I just got on Facebook. Everybody know I've been on that for about almost 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit, like, that's one thing I noticed. You know, we finna be in Dubai for like a week, y'all. Girls, we turning up.
It's robbing
and I'm
season.
like, y'all live by yourself.
All y'all cribs empty. Come back and whole shit gone.
I'm like, man, I don't know. You know, Facebook, I'm getting used to. I'm starting to understand it. And people, when I say understand it, y'all, like from the life I live and coming into this like social media world for real with your friends and people that you associate yourself with, it's like it's different. Like I said, I only got it only really because my nigga Rod passed, and I knew back, you know, that I got to get up with people that I haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you know, and I still enjoy talking to motherfuckers right now from grammar school and high school and shit like that, and just checking up with everybody. But you see the post and shit, like you said, like you know, I might just put something out there like what I'm doing for the night, or thank the Lord for my wife or some shit. Something positive,
Yeah, that's good.
upbeat, you know what I'm saying? But like motherfuckers be like on that every day, like the world, you know, like it's just a cloud over their heads. It's like if it's that bad, nigga, why do I need to tell everybody?
Exactly. You
You know what
inviting
I'm
more
saying?
bullshit to
If
yourself.
I got a foot up my ass every day and I'm not happy, I mean, niggas got posts every day. You got to put a fucking teardrop on it. You know, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, calm the fuck down. Like, it can't be that bad. You got, you know, I see a lot of shit. Like, I see motherfuckers, and I'm just gonna be real. I mean, motherfuckers listen to this podcast or not, but motherfuckers be up there to post some shit you post up about some hanging out, kicking it, this and that. Then I say shit. They be, oh yeah, look at you kicking it, you turning up. But I still put something about how much I love my wife and I'm content they won't say shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Crickets.
damn.
Crickets.
Right? Like, what the fuck? Because I'm happy. It's like, fuck me.
But that's,
And
you know, that's
but my niggas, I swear it's been twice right now. I've been on here that I say, man, I finna just cancel this shit. This Facebook shit. Like, dude, you peep shit. And it's like, what the fuck is these people on? And then that's when you look, it's gotta be something you content with. It's gotta be something in your life that you proud of. Focus on that and build off that then all that negative shit. Cause guess what? The negative shit that y'all building on is more negative shit.
Yeah.
And then that's how you get a bitter nigga, a bitter bitch, shit like that. It's gotta be something everybody at least can say, I'm proud of this. Build your shit off that. Let that be your landmark and you build off that, man. Man, it's a motherfucking trip, G.
Yeah.
2
Welcome
months. And I
to
used to hear
social
all
media.
the stories. You're right. I used to hear all the stories like, man, this shit ain't like that until you really there. Just like niggas say, talk shit about Chicago. You from out of town, you like it ain't like that. So you motherfucking here and you see motherfuckers getting shot on 290 in the morning, like 1 in the afternoon. Like, nigga, this is every day.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah. Social media is a monster, man. It's a hydra, you know what I'm saying? And when you cut off one head, another one pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Another one pop out, two of them.
2 more, you know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of bullshit that come from that, and people just got to be careful, you know, what the messages they putting out there. You know, you may intend for it to be received one way. It's always going to be somebody that reads it and understands it totally different. So that's
just like the Bible, you know what I'm saying? So I feel you.
Fellas, I'll be turning 40 in 10 days. So is there anything I can expect as a 40-year-old black man?
Go get your
prostate.
Oh shit.
Yeah, go get your prostate checked.
Oh, okay.
You in shape, like health wise, man. That's the thing now. When you get 40 to shit.
Man, it's so hard it's so hard to shed pounds, man. I mean,
yeah, it is. It spirals out of control. Hard. I mean, obviously, the older you get, you know, the thing it's harder to keep a grip on things. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, 2 years ago, I was 39 and I had lost 30 pounds. And I'm right back where I started. And I've been vegan for the whole year. And I still ain't lost no fucking weight.
Dude,
I done gained weight.
Yeah, I'm gaining weight, nigga. I mean, once a day, dude, I drink water all day at work, water all day at home. I swear. I don't drink liquor or smoke or nothing to the weekend. That's it. I swear. That's fucking 2 days. I don't even do it on Sunday. But we here, so fuck it. But I don't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I be telling Mika, like, babe, you know what I'm saying? I'm not eating too much. I'm eating once a day. I'm drinking water. I say, nigga, I've gained 30 fucking pounds. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Damn.
I'm like, dude. And then people like niggas at Auburn Park. I was at the other station yesterday. They was like, you losing weight? I'm like, no, nigga. I know for a fact. Don't make me blush. I done gained 10 pounds. And they're like, what you doing? I'm like, not a goddamn thing. I'm delivering mail. I'm walking up the stairs now on some floors. So like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I ain't need to take the elevator. I'm gonna just walk these stairs up here. Just to try to get a little exercise in while I'm working. So I'm working so goddamn late. But shit, man, hey, take care of yourself after once you hit 40. Just take care of yourself, man. I mean, the world's still gonna be going on. Too much different with these women in the world. Too much different with these politics. Let's keep it real. But for yourself individually, man, just take care, like the Bible say, take care of that temple of yours, man. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do. And keep us sane, man. Don't like Phil was saying about the motherfucking social media, man. This shit don't move me. I see it, but it's not enough to make me just, oh, I need to this person. Your preference about me don't make, not gonna change how I feel or how I think.
Right.
Yeah,
because everybody got their own little how they feel about how they think. Everybody can run their life, somebody else's life, but not theirs. Everybody can tell me what I need to do or what somebody needs to do, but I mean, you need to look in the mirror and see what you need to do as well. Right. If everybody focused on themselves, y'all, people will be so much better, dude. I swear.
I was actually hoping that Corona was gonna actually shift people to really start doing that, but it just seemed like now people digging because they're so bored. They digging to find stuff to do, find stuff about other people, as opposed to really taking that time to work on themselves. But another thing too, man, just work to keep your mind sharp. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that a lot of people take for granted. You know what I'm saying? We feel like when we get out of college or high school for some people, or you get into the world that you're everything that you need to know, you know already, and we know that's not the case.
Right.
But once you hit 40, it's like even less. You may feel even less compelled to spend your time learning anything. You know what I'm saying? So try to make sure you maintain some type of reading habits. You know what I'm saying? Spend some time learning some new things and just keep your mind occupied. Of course, they have brain games and things like that. I play.
I was gonna say, man, play chess. Play chess every day, man.
Okay.
I still at least get one game in. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this door.
Yeah. So just keep your mind active and in different worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been a person that doesn't find one type of genre that I stick to for too long. So from a book standpoint, from a movie standpoint, I don't typically look at one type of genre too long. So, it keeps, the expansion of the mind, it keeps the mind expanding. So like right now I spend a lot of time looking into watching videos about how to build stuff and how to make stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a pastime of mine. And I start building stuff around the house, just to, again, keep my mind working. But you got to do that because life, as you get older, it gets dull. Things get boring. You're not out partying and kicking it and trying to meet new people. You're not doing a lot of those things anymore. So it's more difficult to be engaged. In situations where it allows your mind to expand. These conversations are great because they allow our minds to keep expanding. But that's an important thing too, man. Health and mental. Your mental stability and sharpness and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would love to start reading like I used to. I mean, as soon as I turn 40, I would like to start at least reading a good 5 books a year.
Yeah, I think that's a good number. I mean, at one point I was doing like 2 a month. Okay. Now, I mean, I've completely fell off because I'm not really reading too many books. I mean, you read a lot of articles and stuff like that. I read a lot of articles. So that keeps, I read a lot of science articles. I read a lot of, obviously right now with the pandemic, I read a lot of articles about, upcoming vaccines and different treatments and things like that. So I try to stay abreast on articles like that, but just general reading, you know what I'm saying? I know I need to get back into that because going from reading 2 books or a book a month to not reading them, I see how my vocabulary deteriorates.
Same here.
You get back hood. Quick.
Man, my conversation be kind of whack sometimes. I can't catch my words. They be in my head. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all that contributes to, old age. You're starting to forget stuff because your mind isn't as active as it was. So, yeah.
And you're definitely forgetting shit. Like, that's another thing, man. That's one thing I'm like, damn, is it because of the drinking and the drugs? You be looking like, damn, I can't remember this. It's like the shit, but sometimes it just slip your mind. It's like, damn,
Yep,
hey,
that's reality. Yep.
Okay, so are y'all comfortable with the vaccine that's coming out?
No, I ain't. I don't care if Obama signed up for it first. I ain't doing this.
It's not like that they're gonna take the same vaccine that everybody else is taking. I seriously doubt that.
Yeah, no, and you would never know. And what obviously, that they can paint that picture. I'd give it 6 months to get actual genuine results from people using it.
Exactly. And that's
Right.
when I take it. Like that's what a lot of people I know we talk about. I talk to some of my customers. Shit, most of them white, they like, I'm gonna just wait and maybe see around March or April. And I'm like, yeah, I'm with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be coming right after them, like in June.
Right. You
July.
hate to see the guinea, you just, the people that's gonna take it in December and January, it's like, we hate to say y'all the guinea pigs, but
yeah.
I'm okay right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they were saying
ahead.
that you should know to expect, side effects. It's like
side effects.
That's part of normal with vaccinations. Most of the side effects that I read that some of the trials were having were, body pain, aches and pains, headaches, some mild symptoms of coronavirus. But we'll see. We'll see how many.
Right.
I want to make sure ain't nobody arms and legs start growing extra limbs and shit. I ain't trying to see.
Yeah, man. Between me and the wife, man, we actually got good habits as far as the way that we kind of carry ourselves outside the house. So I mean, I'm not worried about being exposed to the virus per se. I mean, obviously, you really don't know how you can be exposed. I mean, you can like be at the store or just be at work. But I actually had a scare a couple of weeks ago in which I was exposed to a coworker who had it. So I had to take a test off 79th and Dan Ryan at the Foreman Mills parking lot.
Yeah.
So I got a test over there, and I got on like a Saturday, and I didn't get the results until Wednesday. So I mean, I had no symptoms. It was more of like a peace of mind from Cassie's standpoint. So
yeah.
But other than that, man, I mean, I think I got good habits. I mean, I wear my mask everywhere. I wash my hands, use sanitizer. I mean, I pretty much kind of keep my distance as much as I can. So I mean,
yeah. I mean, another thing to think about too, though, is when you're introducing a vaccine into the public, you're introducing the virus into the public because you're giving them a mild form of the virus. So we won't know if they're actually contagious, the people who've taken the virus.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, they may be emitting that the virus at a lesser level or at a full level, but because they're exposed to it, it's not going to affect them as much as it'll affect somebody who hasn't taken the virus.
Exactly.
So you're going to have to stay, vigilant and, managing, staying away from people and wearing your mask and your gloves and all of that stuff. So even for the ones that like myself that want to kind of sit back and see how the vaccine works out, with so many people taking it, I may be at a greater risk by not taking it. So it is a lot to think about, you know what I'm saying, on how you want to approach it. If everybody start taking this vaccine, a lot of these companies are going to dive right back into the idea of getting everybody back out to work. Obviously, from an economic standpoint, everybody's going to feel like, okay, well, we got the vaccine, so everybody's businesses can open back up. But, that could be a super spreading moment. You know what I'm saying? Because you have the people out here taking the vaccine, the other half are not confident in it. And the people out here who have the vaccine are spreading it. That could be a possibility. I don't know that for a fact, but they could be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know people who've gotten the flu from people who just got a flu shot. You know what I'm saying? The person with the flu shot is not the problem, is not sick, but because they got the flu shot, they gave it to somebody else, the flu to someone else. And that person got really, really sick.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So,
I get you. Oh, wow. Interesting.
So you got to still be vigilant even after the vaccine comes out, especially if you want to, hold off and see what the actual repercussions of people taking it are.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I like that shit. We're going to keep an eye on that, man. We're going to have to put that in. Even, hopefully we just run up into each other next week with this. Like I said, this 10:30 slot pretty cool. And, just chop it up about that again, just to see how this vaccine go into the new year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, fella, shit, that's all I got. 12 o'clock game's about to come on, but I got to get ready for work.
Well, we got 20 minutes to drive, King. So let's run that shit.
Cool.
All right, fellas.
Man, it's good to see y'all niggas, man. You know I miss y'all niggas. We don't have to really get up when all this bullshit over with y'all.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, definitely.
We
Definitely.
really do. We really do.
Yep.
All right, fellas. Episode 22. I'll see y'all fellas next week. Same time, same channel.
All right.
You know, shout out to that nigga Nelly, man.
Shout out to Nelly.
Marcus, man, we missed you, bro. Get back over here.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. One.